are watching True Way Television.
Have we lost the old ingredient or what? Greetings, viewers of True Way TV. This is CurrentMama, the only Kingdom hot potato. This is me again. I'm not working alone. I'm not a soloist. I'm with Kutlwano Mangwani, Miss K, and Miss K is my second daughter, and I asked her to be here with us once more so that we can finish what we have started. Welcome, Miss K.
Thank you very much, Mama.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well, and you?
No, I'm fine. I'm super fine. Yes, like I said, have we lost the old ingredient, or we are just, living because we are living as parents, especially? Because I'm saying this because there is old school where I was born and I was taught and I was raised. There was a way of doing things. There was a way to speak to your parent or an elder on the street. And also today there is this new school, and it looks like, according to me, it looks like it is giving us a problem. And there's, the old school is far left and the new school is far right, and these two cannot come together. They cannot find a common ground in doing things, especially I'm talking about the children and parents. So Kutlwano, I want us to discuss the old school. I think normally I always tell you about how I was raised. I could not even back chat to my mother. And when they say go and buy bread, I will leave everything that I was doing right then and stand up and go to my mother running, and I'll go to the shop and come back. But today when you send a child to the shop, they will have to stand up after 3 minutes because either they are on their phones or they are watching a certain channel on TV, and hey, you will have to call again and again. And how things are done even in the house, we were washing dishes without being told that we need to wash dishes. You know that because you are the child in that house. Your mother cannot wash dishes while you are there. Your mother cannot sweep while you are there. But today I can sweep in the house while you are there. I'm just making you as an example. You are representing every young person out there. Today I can wash dishes, I can clean, I can mop, I can cook, and you won't even mind to say, Mama, is the food coming all right? I want to eat, while you are busy on your phone. How do you see this? And I remember one time, now I'm talking about me and you. Yeah, I'm being personal. I remember one time when I told you that my mother will even swear at me if I take time to do certain things. And you say, that was abuse. Your mother was abusing you and she has caused you trauma, and this is not something that I can take as a child. So what do you say, my sweets?
With what?
With everything that I have said, old school versus new school, how do you see yourselves as children today as to what we were? Because it's not only me who is talking about this old school thing. Everybody somehow who is old is talking. Today's children, they are giving us problems. We wouldn't do this when we were young, and today things are like this. You talk about things in front of us.
Okay,
You don't care.
let me get in there. Well, for me, I feel like in every generation, until the last day on earth, there will always be that thing of, we'll complain, hey, we never used to do this, hey, we never did this or we did that. It will always be the case because now, even as millennials today, I have friends that are talking about, we never used to do that at school. We never used to, but then I'm like, guys, come back. Everyone is going to be complaining. And one thing that we're forgetting is that each generation comes with its own progression. During your time, you didn't have TikTok. You didn't have the distractions that we have today. And when I grew up, what my nieces and nephews have today, I didn't have. So there is no party that wants to adapt, especially the older generations. They never want to adapt to how times have changed. That's why even in music, it'll be like, living music, oh, how's that? You're holding on to the past. And that is why you fail to see that there are things that you can adapt and change so that new and old can match. No one is coming with a solution, but everyone is coming with complaints.
You are saying we don't want to adapt to new way of doing things.
Whether you're conscious of it or not. Yes.
So we need to adapt to everything, how things are done. Adapt meaning we must lose what we have.
No.
Hey, what are you saying by adaptation?
Adaptation means that you can see that now the kids of today have TikTok, have phones. So what are the rules that you're going to instill or be like, you can say that I can see that your friends have phones. In my house, you will not have a phone until 16. That's something that you will implement and see it through. It won't be a child. But parents today will be like, I'm not going to give you a phone, or they buy the phone thereafter. You're not going to get TikTok. Next thing, the child already has TikTok. So parents go against their words and expect children to be like, yeah, this is it. My mom said, no phone, no TikTok, no this. But then you are not even standing on your own word. You are not, the adaptation comes with you being able to stick to what you say should happen. And just because there's a resistance doesn't mean that now what you're doing is wrong. Things take time. That's why even in companies, when there's a new boss, there will be resistance. When someone has been promoted and now maybe she was our friend, now you are head of something, you will find resistance, but you need time. We are not patient with parenting. We think that just because I said, now you are not going to be on TikTok anymore, then I'll be okay with it. I'm already used to TikTok. This is a pattern that I've built. So now you have to help me. I come to that point of saying, all right, when mommy says this, then I know that stands. So that is the adaptation that I'm talking about. That you have to find the solutions as a parent so that your child can be different than even outside. Yes, the today's children will tell you, you're not my mother, you're not my parent. But it takes one person to create that chain reaction whereby there's change. Obviously, you can't do everything all at once.
I hear you, Asia, you speak so well concerning you as children. But let me tell you, you spoke about distraction, that you have a lot of distractions today. But let me tell you, we had our own distractions in our own way. It was not technology based, but like we knew that every Saturday there's a place where we are going to meet up as girls and boys, and there was what we call concerts, and we will go there and we sing, and it is nice. It was our distraction, but I think the hearing skill is what has been lost from today's children. They choose to listen to technology and everything that comes with it than to listen to their parents. Because even in those days, If your mother says to you, you are not going to go to the concert, you are not going to go to the meetings where the girls meet, you are not going there, this is what I want you to do. You will listen to what your mother is saying.
Because you want to go there.
No.
You will listen because you know that if I disobey, then now I cannot go where I want to go with the girls or to the concert.
No, I'm saying.
And so level, there's geographical and there's, this is my life now. This one is close. My concert is right here. When I go sleep, I sleep with my concert.
Yeah.
When I go to the toilet, I go to my toilet with the girls' place. I have my girls' place, I have my concert, I have everything that I need in just.
You have your boyfriend.
I have my boyfriend here. So do you understand how the proximity also plays a part? So even if you say, Kutlano, you're not gonna go to the girls' concert, I will find solace in my phone. I'll be like, oh, Mama, Wambora, Mama needs a. Then now we devise means, we have ChatGPT. I'll ask ChatGPT, wow, please help me. My mom said that I should not go here, but I want to go. How can I present my case to her to convince her to make me? ChatGPT will give me what I want, and I come to you, Mama. Then you're like, oh, what a reasonable child. So you still have everything that you guys didn't have. So adapt so that you can tackle these things as a parent. Show the child, okay, this is how we're coming from, my babes. You have all of these things. Now, what at the end, it's also nice when you involve your child and be like, let's find solutions together. Because I also want you to be social. I want you to enjoy your time with your people. I want you to flourish. I do not want you to be limited to this house alone. But I also want you to know skills of cleaning in the house, of communicating with elder people, of whatever that you want your child to know. So involve and make that time to be like, let's combine our heads and think. Just that act of you giving your child that time and involving them and being like, let's find solutions, you'll be surprised at what your child will give you, the solutions. You'll be able.
Correct. So, as you are saying, everything that you are saying, of which it makes a lot of sense, and you are opening even my eyes as you are speaking right now, that certain things we are failing or we have failed because we wanted to force things. Because now I want you to go to the physical concert while the concert is on the phone. I want you to go to the boyfriend while you can video call your boyfriend while you are in the house, while you are washing dishes. And it is not the same as that time. And we looked much better, or like we are obedient children, because we had to live, we had to take our bodies
effort
there, you see. So this time, these days, you don't do that. But seeing that you are this knowledgeable with technology and you are this millennial child, how can we merge the old school and the new school so that together we can go together? Because we cannot leave our own teachings. That ingredient is very important. It is needed in today's world, especially as we see that the world is changing rapidly and things are going fast, and tomorrow a child is something else. I've seen a poking dolls that they are making. They look like a human being. The only thing is that they don't have breath, but you see that this is a child and he can speak anytime. So things are just fast and they are going that way and they overtake us as old school, like you said. We want to cling to all things, but that old law of doing things is perfect for bringing a child, for bringing up a child and making sure that you instill certain things that are good, because they ground a child.
Can you give us an example of that ingredient? What are the ingredients that are missing today that you feel like, let's continue with this so that even the next generation can have this? What are those ingredients besides cleaning, cooking, domesticated stuff? What?
The missing ingredient today is time for children to be in one place where they are taught. Where I was born in Lesotho, there's what we call Sotlong. And Sotlong is like a place that is made in a house. And the Sotlong is where a grandmother would come and collect children in the nearby houses. And this grandmother is going to teach these women, and the boys will be at Khotla. At Khotla is where the fathers are teaching young men how to behave, boys, not only young men, boys. And in Sotlong, this old woman will be teaching us how to talk to elders, how to behave, how to do certain things, even including matters of love, romance. They will teach you how to talk to a boy and how to spot a boy that is playing and the boy that is serious, who is playing, who is proposing you to marry you. And this is an ingredient that is missing today, because there is no place like Sotlong. You can call it whatever, but there's no place where we'll say there's a mother who is teaching these young people how to do certain things. We had culture, or we have culture, and in Sotlong, this is where they were teaching us about culture and customs of Basotho and everything. And the culture and the customs, they come with certain things that are going to help you as a young person to behave well and to avoid negative attitude and to build you in a certain way. Your character was built at that place that is called the Sotlong, and this is what we don't have today.
So you see, what you're saying is that essentially, like I've been saying, the parents are not taking the time to invest in their own children because they're busy chasing the bag outside. They are not instilling these things. So make your own Sotlong in the house as a parent.
Okay.
The child now will not go outside and stand up for an older person thinking, or one day, the mom. So it's a parent's investment to you.
No, viewers, I think she is right. Like I'm saying that this is how we were raised, and so long that woman was volunteering to be a granny for everyone who has a granny, even those who do not have grannies. So it was a beautiful thing because everybody was there to learn and free of charge. So I think somehow they normally say every generation has to have someone who will stand up for that generation. So maybe this is the time that we do this Sotlong thing where we will teach this kind of cultures, whether you are a Pedi, a Zulu, Sotho, Tsonga, or you are a Tswana person, you know that there will be mentors or older people who will represent all cultures that are here in South Africa, so that we can make sure that we instill what was instilled in us, and so that our children can learn something from us and they can be better people. Because complaining, we can complain, but it doesn't help. We can talk about these things, but it doesn't help if there's no practical thing that comes as a solution that is directing our children. So let Sotlong come forth and let somebody take her position. Kutwano said, if there's no one who is doing sotlong somewhere. Be a sotlong person, be a sotlong mother in your own house. Have that day, have that time where you tell your children that once a month or twice a month, we are going to have a sotlong issues where we will be discussing everything, and they will be allowed to speak also, because it is by hearing from them, knowing what they want, what they are not happy about, so where we can be able to reach a consensus and end up or doing things exactly how they should be done. So I think I have learned a lot from Kutlwano myself, and once more my mind has been broadened, and I'm going to implement certain things. Maybe I will end up taking this sotlong thing because I know it very well, and I can use it for others. And I want to take this moment, Kutlwano, to thank you so much, because you spoke so well, and you, like I said, you opened my mind, and I've taken a lot of lessons, and wherever things have been broken in my own life, I'm going to use your teachings or your lessons to make sure that things are better in my own home before I can even tell another person. So thank you so much, my dearest.
Thank you, Mama, for having me. It was a pleasure being with you.
No,
And thank you for watching and
Yes,
joining us.
Yes, thank you.
You are watching True Way Television.